This past week was the absolute craziest and most gut-wrenching weekend in years. I'm of course talking about the Premier League action. It's not like anything else important was happening. The fight to stay up in England's top tier is one some clubs endure from the beginning of the year. So even early matchups among teams around the relegation zone are critical, like this week's fight between Brighton and Burnley, a heated contest that ultimately ended in a scoreless draw. You may mock a game between two teams near the bottom, failing to put ball in net even once, but for now, Brighton can rest easy, as this tie keeps them in safety. For now. Newcastle is the ungracious guest that you invite to your party, only for them to trash your house and clog your plumbing. The Magpies went into this weekend unbeaten away from St. James Park. Sadly for them, Southampton would not play the victim host on this day, getting a goal from Che Adams 7 minutes in, and then toying with the visitors up until a Stuart Armstrong goal in the 82nd put the game away. Because of this, guess where Southampton goes? Right up to the top of the league. Can they keep it all weekend? Everton, we need to talk. If you want to stay up around the top of the league, you need to assert yourselves against those that used to have those spots. You know what that means? Beating Manchester United! You failed! You had the lead less than 20 minutes in, and then you completely fell apart. Allowing Bruno Fernandes to score twice in less than 2 minutes? What the hell? If the Devils had lost this game, they might have sacked a manager in November for the first time in more than 30 years. You blew our chance to laugh long and hard at those red bozos. Freaking useless. Maybe my own jinxing powers are greater than urinating trees. Just last weekend, I was planning to start singing the praises of Leeds United and their incredible start to their first Premier League season in 16 years. They've dropped off a shelf before I could even put those praises to video. Back-to-back 4-1 losses. First to Leicester on Monday, and now to Crystal Palace. As a result, they dropped from second all the way to 14th in 2 weeks. Ouch! Did the league just want to screw over Sheffield United with this early scheduling? In a span of 4 weeks, they had to face Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester City, and now Chelsea. The result? 1 point in 8 matches to start the season and dead last in the league. I don't want to write them off so soon because of that tough opposition to start, but this can't be good for their confidence. Sadly, if there's any club building confidence right now, it's Chelsea. After 5 ties in 6 games, they've won their last 4 in all competitions by an aggregate of 14-1. Goody! Well done, Fulham! You won a Premier League game this year! You got yourself out of the relegation zone for at least a week. You'll even get to stay up there next week, so long as Tottenham does their job against West Brom. So, why should you even try against West Ham United? Trying is for control freaks who actually have dreams of staying up in the Premier League for more than 1 season at a time. Really, you guys are pathetic. I watched this game from beginning to end, and I wouldn't pick you to beat an MLS club right now. I saw you miss point-blank shots within seconds of one another, and you couldn't even take a corner kick toward the box for almost the whole game. You were lucky to still be in a scoreless tie before Soucek finally found the net for the Irons in stoppage time. And then that ending. You were gifted a penalty shot by the refs, and Lookman does that. That might have been the worst PK in the history of association football. Enjoy your time out of the relegation zone while it lasts, because you will be back down there. Sadly, that won't happen for at least another week. West Brom really never looked like they could have had a shot to beat Tottenham, but they could at least get away with a point and deny the Spurs a win. Then Harry Kane did his thing in the 88th minute, and everyone's hopes and dreams were dashed. Because of this, guess where Tottenham goes? Right up to the top of the table. Joy. When a wild animal tastes blood for the first time, it craves more and more, like a human on a drug. Leicester City and Wolverhampton have both tasted European competition and desire more of it. Today, the Foxes were able to outlast the Wolves thanks to one penalty kick from Jamie Vardy. As a result, Leicester now moves into first place. Congratulations, Spurs! Your time on top didn't even last 2 hours! The good news for Arsenal is they won their first 3 Europa League games by an aggregate of 9-2. The bad news is they'll probably need to win that tournament or the FA Cup again to get back into Europe next year. The Gunners continue to be the Pittsburgh Steelers of England, always playing down to their competition. They were just what Aston Villa needed to get out of their own slump and get back up into the Europe spots, which Arsenal probably won't see for a very long time. Get bent, Kroenke! It is the dread decision of all other football clubs in the mother country. Do you wish to see Manchester City be humiliated further, or hope that the Scousers stay below the likes of Leicester and Southampton? Ultimately, all the fans outside Manchester and Merseyside got their wish, as a tie between these two kept the Reds out of first and City out of the Europe spots. So, at the end of it all, it is indeed Leicester City standing on top of the world. Or at least England. Can they hold on to that lead for long? Find out next week on As the Premier League Turns. I'm Rowdy C. I'm an ugly American, and what was this about an election?